What is up, YouTube? I don't think I've posted on here for at least over a year. I've been dabbling with IGTV and I've been putting a lot of focus into my own online coaching business. I actually just launched the website this past weekend and I am so excited to share amazing content with you guys. I have blogs that will be posted as well as recipes that I used as I was competing. So I'm looking forward to sharing all of that with you guys. So in this video, I am gonna share with you guys just a recap of my 2018 season and some other stuff that I plan on doing in the future for my upcoming season. So the first competition that I did this season was in August. It was at the Anaheim Fit Expo. It took me about 6 months to prep for that show, but overall that was probably the best show I've ever experienced. Mainly because I had a lot of friends, a lot of family members there cheering for me and supporting me, so that was just an amazing experience. In that show, I took first place, I won my class, and I got to compete in the overall, which was very exciting. I've never dreamed of ever stepping on the stage with all first place competitors, especially it being my first show of the season. But after speaking with the judges, they did say I took second overall, so I didn't win the entire competition, but I did take second out of all the first place competitors, if that makes sense. But the girl that won the entire show looked absolutely amazing. She had like these abs of steel and just so gorgeous and beautiful. But that was for my first show. My second show, so that was first show was in August. My second show was in October, and that was actually at the San Diego Fit Expo, and I believe that was the very first show that they had, or expo they had in San Diego, so that was pretty cool. I did step on stage a little bit leaner than I did on my first show. I think my first show was like 116 pounds. And then stepping on stage for my second show, I lost some weight. I was around 100, maybe 113 pounds. So in that show, I did take third place, which I wasn't upset about. You know, you never know who is going to show up at these competitions. And depending on how you compare with other competitors, it can kind of sway the judges to look for maybe something different that you don't quite have. But either way, an amazing experience. I did stay after the competition and I spoke with Tamer, and he did say that I need to put a little bit more muscle in like my glute area, as well as maybe changing up my posing routine. I was doing like a side pose, and because he said that I have a smaller waist, doing something like a hip drop is better for my frame, and it also shows off my strength, which is having a small waist. After that show, I competed a month later at the NPC Nationals, and this was my very first national competition. And I was just so happy to be able to go to the NPC Nationals. I remember when, gosh, in 2016, when I first started competing, NPC Nationals was the first national show that I wanted to step on stage. And it's been in the back of my mind that one day I'm gonna qualify and I'm gonna compete at NPC Nationals. And this was the year, guys, I met that goal. In the beginning of the season, I told myself, all right, so my goal for this season is just to qualify and then go to Nationals. At this point, I felt like NPC Nationals was in November. I began prep in like March. So by then it was like 8 months of dieting, and I feel like at that point it really did get to me, like mentally. I was just always so tired, so grumpy. I felt like it was very difficult for me to, even come in with better conditioning. And just mentally, I don't think I was there as I should have been for like my last shows. My last shows, I was like there, the fire was going, but I think after getting feedback from the judge on my second show, I kind of was like, all right, well, I already know that I need to, put on more muscle, and there's no way I'm going to be able to do that in the next month for this competition. So in my head, I feel like I did check out, but I've already committed to this show. I've already paid, I already got my flight. So I just had to like bear through it and just get through it. But overall, it was, you know, a great experience. I went in with no expectation. I didn't think I was gonna place, you know, top 5 at all, but I was hoping that I'll at least get second call-outs, but I actually ended up getting third call-outs, which was okay, because looking at all those national competitors, God, they are so like, they're so shredded, they're so lean, and the amount of muscle that they brought was just not at the level I currently am right now. But overall, great experience. I wasn't upset. I already knew what I needed to work on before going into the show. And I was just looking forward to like my off season already. At that point, like even before going to nationals, I was like, I'm ready to start putting on muscle. Yeah, I wasn't really there 100% at nationals, but overall, great experience. Now I know what to expect and how to show up to these national events. So one of the things I did do, which I probably shouldn't have done, was I changed up my posing routine at the last second. Never do that. Never do that. That was because on my second show, the judge did tell me to switch my first pose to something that fits my body. I shouldn't have changed my posing routine at the last second. I probably should have just stuck with what I was comfortable with. But hey, you live and you learn. So I did change up my posing routine to do the hip drop. I wasn't hitting the hip drop the way I know I could have done. My season in 2017, I did the hip drop, and I thought I was nailing it back then, but I was definitely uncomfortable. Watching the videos, I can just see that it didn't flow so well, and I didn't look as confident as I did in my first 2 shows of the season. So if you are a first bikini competitor or a newbie, or, you know, still learning the whole process, rule number 1, do not change your posing routine a few weeks before a national competition. So overall, my 2018 season, I am completely content with. I've met all my goals. My goal going into that season was to take top 2, which I did on my first show. I took first, and to step on a national stage, and I totally did that. So I'm super happy, super proud for all that I have accomplished. So currently right now, what I plan on doing, and after speaking with Sandy and other judges, was to put on more muscle. So I am taking a minimum of 1 year off from competing, from dieting, from prepping, and I am gonna put on muscle. Another thing that I do plan on doing by my next show, which probably won't be until 2020, is to maybe perhaps join a team. And that's something that I've been toggling with in my mind, because I'm the type of person that, like, once I commit to someone, like, I'm like there and I'm committed, and like I don't want to, like, you know, have a bad experience and, you know, have to end up quitting a team. There is still so much I have to learn, and the best way to learn this is through, you know, learning from other people and learning from other coaches, learning from other competitors. One thing about doing these type of competitions on your own is you don't really have like that teamly feeling. You don't get bodybuilding can be such an isolated sport where you're just kind of like doing it on your own, and you don't really like have like the camaraderie. Like when I used to do CrossFit, it was this all camaraderie, and you're just like hanging out with your friends, and you do this workout, you do your WOD, and then you go out and eat. Like bodybuilding is not like that. So you really do have to kind of like put yourself out there and really like go and meet people. So yeah, I am thinking in my mind that maybe by my next season I'll be a part of a team, and I've been talking to a few coaches. I sent out some emails to see, you know, the pricing, and, you know, being a competitor is not cheap. Everything costs money. You have to pay for your bikini, you have to pay for your tan, your makeup, your hair, your travel, your hotel, and all this stuff. And, you know, coaching's another thing, and it's definitely a luxury to have a coach. Anyways, well, that pretty much sums up this video. If you guys have any questions, or you would like me to share anything else as far as competing, fitness, training, dieting, just let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I guess you would hit that subscribe button.